Welcome to Tales from the Caveside, where Lillian and Chris, we bought a cave house and finca on the outskirts of a small Spanish town. Follow us as we learn to renovate and create a home that we will be proud of. Very brightly out here.
Yes, it is. It's even brighter now because I've just replaced the headlight bulb in the car. So, we've invested in one of these little machines. Got sharp bits, prongs. I'm sure everybody's, lots and lots of people have seen these before or used them before. We never have.
No, we haven't, have we?
No. Andy from Finca Life brought his so we could test the wood.
Yep.
And it was all okay. So, but we've got our own now. We should have one anyway. Turn it on, and it's already set to wood. It's got a little tree.
Oh yeah.
And this one's a foolproof one apparently.
That's quite a good idea when it comes to us.
Yes. If it display turns green, it's good to go. If it's red, it's bad.
Okay.
And amber, I think it's a bit iffy. So, right, anyway, we'll try a piece of wood.
Okay, we've got lots to choose from.
Yes, I know. Obviously it's only going to do the outside, not what's deep inside, so. But it'll give us an idea. Right, choose one. That one?
Yep.
Okay. We have to push it in. There we go. 12.4. Can't see if it's green or not.
No, it's too brightly.
Yeah. I'll try another one. Oh, that one will do. That's in. 18.3. So some of it is not as dry as others on the outside, but that's had the sun. So if I can get one from right inside the pile, where it's definitely not had any light to it since it was delivered, and it's touching the ground. There you go, look.
I don't know if you can read that or not. It says
20.8. Yeah. So some of it obviously is a lot wetter than it should be. Hello.
Hi, welcome to beautiful morning.
Yes.
Look at the blue sky.
Yeah, but don't make me look up as well. The sun's very brightly in my eyes.
Well, don't look at it then.
I know, I shouldn't. And my sweatshirt is doing its job. Crikey, it's warm. In the sun.
Yeah.
It was frosty this morning.
It was.
It was very frosty.
Not that I saw such frost very early this morning. I was still asleep.
Yes, she was, but it's still frosty in the shade now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you all so much for watching our videos.
And subscribing and commenting.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much to everybody else who's also taken the time to watch the videos. And if you like what we do, please consider subscribing. It does help us out. And drop in a comment, even if you're not subscribed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome.
Yes.
Also wanted to remind everybody, 14th of February, closing date for photographs of your fairy doors. Yeah. Send them to the email address below.
Yep.
And as I said, you get a prize of a Tales from the Caveside sticker.
Yes. I ain't even got one.
Well, no, because you don't make fairy doors.
No. I make a mess.
Catch you later.
There she is, look. Safety first. How you doing?
Okay, this layer that we had put on is coming off quite easily.
Okay.
Because this plastic paint. So there's the Bardos. Sorry, I'm shouting because I've got headphones on, haven't I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Headset on, sorry. Then there's plaster, then there's plastic paint. So because this was put on top of plastic paint, it's coming off really easily.
Awesome.
But that is not.
Okay. Because because this is all Bardos, I wouldn't worry about this.
No.
Because there's no moisture there anyway.
Exactly. So I just need to take this off and take it back to that.
Yeah, and then we can fix it
and
afterwards.
Then we can fix it from there, yeah.
Yeah, because a little thin slime of lime paint, of lime, just to
match
blend
it
it
into
in,
everything else.
yeah, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's hard work because it's above your head, but it's
Yeah.
easy.
It's really coming off here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And there you can see.
Our machine.
Oops. But can you see?
Yeah, not so
paint.
well. That's what I got.
Okay.
The can there on that
And
big piece.
so that's got no paint. That's the paint.
Yeah.
So because it was put on top of paint, it's just coming straight off.
Awesome.
It's coming off relatively easily. What I did find though is just here, where there's a lintel running that way. Oh, sorry, I'm flapping stuff at you. There's a lintel running that way. The actual plaster that they put on came off as well. But that's fine. If it's not adhered, I don't want it up there. Quite a bit of snow to put in the skip, but I'm not going to do that till I've got more of it done. Here where it came off, as I showed you when I was talking to Chris, it's taking the paint with it. Here not so much, and I can feel the shine of the plastic paint. I'm gonna have to sand it or something, I don't know. It's a pain, but gonna have to do something, because plastic paint is the worst thing on the planet for anything to stick to. And Chris said he didn't want me to do this bit on this side without him being here, but it's coming off and leaving the original plaster behind, and we can then, when we're together, make a decision as to whether we leave this on, take this off, how we're going to do it in case there's a problem. But I am going to take this plaster off that we had put on and do this side of the fireplace where we got them to spray it as well. We can see we've taken it off the front already. This needs to come off, and this needs to come off, and also inside, but for that I've got to take the fire out, so I have to leave that for now because I can't take the fire out by myself. So I've taken it all off, all the bubbly plaster. That's the plaster we had put on. Looks like it's been snowing in here. Did say to Chris that we would leave the fireplace alone. When you've got a machine that's so good at what it does, you can get a bit trigger happy. So I have taken it off here and started here, but to get in there we are going to have to remove this, and I've made myself a job that I've got to clean underneath and all around that, but so be it. This is the electricity cable that we want to reroute to put the light more central. If you look back here, that light lights up that area quite well, but over there is very dark. So if we make it more central, hopefully it'll light up this area as well as this area on this side. It'll make it more even. So I'd better get this little lot cleaned up. The destruction's far more fun than the cleaning up. Well, it's done. Tidied up the snow. Looking good. Looking good. Tackle that at another day with Chris when he's finished doing the job that he's got to do at the moment. Still lots of work to do, but definitely getting there. So overall happy.
We've just had our Amazon delivery, another one.
Yes.
That's the box it came in.
Yes. That's what we ordered.
Yeah. Right, double check these. We literally just come. And it wants spider delivery man.
It wasn't Spider-Man delivery man, no.
Oh, I do hate these boxes.
There's a slicey thing here.
Oh, it's taped. I didn't realise it was taped. I couldn't see.
Need your special eyes on.
As I'm getting old and wrinkly. Yep.
That's the beasties.
That's the wee beastie pops.
Nice one.
Excellent. Got 100 of them.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah. That's on its way out.
Yeah, I just tap this, it keeps making a noise. It needs to be replaced.
Yes, it does. Okay. So, These ones are 8mm ones. Yeah, they're the same size. They're slightly different because these have got a little extra tab on them.
So that's the ones we found here. Those are the ones we've just bought.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent.
Better find a big bag of cable ties now. We have one somewhere. I don't know where.
Yes. Brilliant. Right, I'll get back to my my work.
Yes. Thank you for assisting me in lifting the bucket.
No,
I overfilled the bucket. I found I couldn't lift it. Stupid.
Yeah, you should have shouted earlier.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's done.
Okay.
Girls, what do you think?
Awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, well, the job for next then
Yes.
is now we've got those.
Let's run the electricity.
Yeah. Well, they came very, very early. I wasn't expecting it.
No, we won't expect them till another 3 days.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, so we'll be able to set along now and drill a couple of holes and get all this tubery done before we continue knocking down.
This tube really needs to go up, which then means that I can remove this here. Can you see the tube is running through this bit?
Yeah.
And this is flapping in the breeze, it's cracked.
Yeah.
So I went food shopping yesterday and onions were on offer. So I made an executive decision. I've tasked Chris with making his onion soup. Now when he does onion soup, he makes a big batch of it and we freeze it in portions, either for use as soup or bases for stocks for stews, all sorts. So I'm blessing him with that today.
Yes.
To that end, I'm just going to pick some bay off our bay tree. So we've got some nice fresh fragrant leaves, and we also have some thyme and rosemary that we picked off the mountain not long ago and we've got dried inside. It's all going to be completely natural.
Yes.
And he's going to do it vegetarian this time. Usually uses a chicken stock, but this time he's going to make complete vegetarian. So let's see how this goes.
Yes, because I've never done it without using chicken stock before.
No, exactly.
All those onions plus a red one. There's the bay and our olive oil, which was unfiltered, but over the time it's all dropped down, all the particles have dropped down.
Yeah, you can't tell on camera, but here is clear and all the particles are just sitting there at the bottom.
Yeah, they're right down here.
Yeah.
So that's good. And I prefer it without the bits in. It smells very oily. Wonder why. So I'll just put some in. I'll put a reasonable amount in because it's alright. I'm not actually be frying with it as such. Oh, that is decadent. Is that enough?
That's really decadent. Look at the colour of that.
I know. I think we're going to need a little bit more actually.
Do you know how many hours of my life were taken up collecting these olives? Yes, look at me. Show the camera. Look at the state of him. He's done next to nothing and he's already had enough crying his eyes out.
I've done some. They're very strong. But it's okay, baby. You're worth it.
Oh my,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm taking over in a bit then.
Yeah, we might have to do a bit of a relay.
Well, I didn't want any naysayers to say I wasn't a part of this. So there's 4 onions left and I'm going to do the last 4.
Yes.
So much for doing it in a relay. Sorry, not sorry.
That's alright. That's alright, I don't mind.
Well, you sharpened this knife left-handed.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because I'm left-handed
Well,
and I was the one using it.
there is that.
Okay, so we're warming the oil up. It's going to take a bit of time and put some onions in already. I put them in actually before I remembered I needed to warm the oil up first, so such is life. We've got some peppercorns. Unfortunately, the new one that we've got, you can't refill, which is a real shame. This one we've had for ages and we've refilled it.
Yes.
But now we can't seem to find the refills either. So I just stick them in. I'll stick the bay leaves in soon. We buy garlic like this in a bag. Where are you? There. Just because it suits us, it works out less expensive.
It does.
Because sometimes we use garlic quite a lot and other times we don't use it very much at all. And it's all chopped up. So that's brilliant. Got bay in there.
Oh, my camera's steamed up.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Unsteam. There we go.
Okay. Alright, I'll stick the onions in. Ooh, I bet I missed, didn't I? I bet I chucked some round the back. Yes. Smells nice.
Yes, it does.
Smells very oniony. Don't you get too close and go steamy windows again.
No, I know. It started off at about, get it all back, about here of onions, and it's down to
About there.
about there now.
Yeah. And then,
The only thing you've added that you didn't put on camera was you added some herbs.
yeah, the time. Tomatillo. Been about 45 minutes so far.
Smells good.
Yes.
So this afternoon we have a plumber coming to help us out. We want to, there's always a dog, isn't there? Remove this toilet, bidet and sink out of this outside bathroom. We're going to leave the shower in because it's useful for when I have to wash the dogs. We want to turn this into a storage room and laundry room. We're going to move our washing machine into here. But these connectors on the wall have rusted, so they don't turn off anymore, which means changing it actually the fitting in the wall. Rather than us doing it and making a mess of it and it potentially leaking in time, we've got somebody coming to help us do it. So to that end, I've got to remove all the junk out of here because unused rooms become junk rooms. We had an infestation of flies at one point. It's absolutely filthy in here. But once these have been taken out, this can be cleaned out. Washing machine move into here, from there into this room, and this becomes a proper laundry room then. So we've got some tidying up to do. Move some junk out. Whilst he's here at the same time, we have asked him to... The outside kitchen is an absolute embarrassment and is going to have to be trashed and started again. But this original cabinet with the sink in it has to come out. And those fittings in the wall, there is no off switch on them. They go straight to the tap. There's no on and off switch. The only way of turning it off is turning it off at the mains. And then we have no water in the whole property. So what we're getting him to come and do is put taps on these so that they can just be isolated off. Then this is another room potentially ready for revamp because it is horrendous. Horrendous. So, got some tidying to do. Look who I just found living in that outside bathroom.
How cute.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You can see his ear holes and everything. That is so cute. Let's take over to the light because it might be a little bit dark here. We've got to find a new home for him. So the dogs don't see. There. They're cute. Very pale.
Yes.
Is that because it's cold?
Just his colouring, I think.
Okay. So cute.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes. Right, shall I get the keys?
If you don't mind getting the gate key, I'll put it in the hedge outside the back here.
What about across the way?
True. You got a nice close-up of it. Are you in focus?
I'm not sure if it's in focus, but hopefully. Okay, well, the dogs are deciding that they're interested in something, so I'm going to get that sorted.
Okay.
You're back?
I'm back. I put it way over on the other side of the road under our palm tree over there, so it's got shelter from the birds.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold. It needs to warm up, poor little thing, before it does much wriggling well.
It's a shame that we found it so late in the day as the sun's getting ready to go down. Otherwise, could have put it out there and it would have had some nice warm sun.
Yes.
And then and have been a lot healthier. Anyway.
It's chubby as from all the horrible flies we had in that horrible outside room. But anyways,
Yes.
it's safer there. It's at the mercy of nature, not of 3 dogs.
Yes, you'll
That's
think
much
it was a
better.
toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've taken the first bit of this cabinet out. That's the top bit with the mirror.
Yes.
Dover thought it was very interesting that there was another dog in his garden. He was snuffling at it and then going around the back to see where it was. Well, where are you then, dog?
Okay, so what else did we find?
Oh, nightmare. So the electricity obviously comes out here and went into the lights above the mirror.
And up
And
there.
up there. And you found
That.
I couldn't know the words then. That.
Yeah, the hole there. And then there was scabby little block connector that was all rusty and horrible. So I've just took the cover off here. We'll turn the electricity off obviously. And put Wago connectors on. And then turn the power back on again and it's fine, so we've still got a light up here. Not that we need it, but it's also on the same system as the laundry room and the kitchen,
Yes.
which we do need lights on in the evening sometimes,
Yes.
and we certainly need power for a washing machine.
Exactly. And we're going to need power in here and we're also still going to need a light in here.
That's it.
You're going to have to trunk that or whatever's necessary.
Yeah, well, it's trunked. It's not bad, even though it's away from the ceiling a little bit. And everything else I've found, it's actually not connected to the ceiling there at all, but fortunately there and there, so that'll be fixed in good time. So not sure what we're going to do with this. We didn't really want to have to retile this room.
Not going to retile this room, I'm just going to fill the holes.
You're going to fill the holes. So how am I going to make it safe from there all the way up?
You have to put an exterior junction box in there. I'm having this as a laundry room. I'm going to have my washing machine in here, and then towels can be dried and then put away in here,
Yeah.
rather than in a box somewhere getting musty and stuffy and what have you.
Okay.
That's why the sink and the toilet and what have you are going. I just want a washing machine in here and shelving. So the holes can be moved. You can have an exterior junction box on it there. I don't care.
Okay,
As
we'll
long
make it
as-
safe.
Yeah.
We'll make it safe. Okay, doke. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I've turned it off. It's been going for 2 hours. Looks nice. The time leaves have all turned into like curled over, and they look a bit like mini pine needles. Blow my neck.
Yes, they do, don't they?
It's weird. Oh well.
Oh, we've steamed up again. I kind of unsteamed, it's fine.
Okay. What's it like? I get a bit of onion as well. But not too much. It's really nice. Different, because I've not used a meat-based stock,
Yes.
but it is really, really nice. It's not a French onion soup or anything else like that, it's just what we do. So yeah, I'd definitely do it that way again.
Good.
So that's really nice. Do I have a preference? Personally, yes, I do have a preference to the way I normally make it, because that seems to have a little bit more body to it. And I'm sure if this was to reduce down, this would equally have as much body to it.
Yes.
But then it won't be as liquidy.
And we actually want it as
It's a
stock.
balance, yeah. We
Yes.
want to have it as a soup and that lot. Yeah, that's really, really nice.
Good.
And if we're not so keen on it as a soup, there's nothing wrong with we could put potato and carrots and turn it into a proper vegetable soup.
Yep.
Which is actually quite a good idea, but I wouldn't want to put potatoes in it until I was cooking later.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is actually quite a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Carrots. Small pasta. Minestrone style, just to bulk it up as there wasn't enough potato.
Maybe, yeah. But no, we'll have it have it like this, and then change it.
Brilliant.
Make additions to it. Yeah, that's really good.
So it wasn't wasted 4 kilos of onions.
No.
Good job, well done.
Oh yeah.